and welcome back to episode 2 of Kindness News. And I want to share a personal bit of kindness before we start Kindness News proper. Charlotte's done something really kind and just made me a really lovely cup of tea. It's got 1 sugar in, but tasting it, I can't decide whether it's 1 shovelful, a teaspoonful, dessert spoonful, or actually a bag. So can you just confirm 1 what?
1 spoonful.
1 spoonful. Was it a big spoon or a little spoon?
It was a big spoon.
That's probably why it tastes the way it does. So, but thank you for making it for me anyway. So you've got some kindness news for us this week that you want to share?
Yes, I
Cool.
do.
Take it away.
So around Christmas time last year, I think.
Yeah.
There was these 2 guys, and they went around just doing anonymous acts of kindness.
Cool.
So they didn't tell anyone who they were. They started out by going to a skating rink, helping people tie their shoelaces and helping people get comfortable and nice and helping them skate.
How's your skating?
Terrible. I went the other day and I was there for an hour and a half and I managed to fall over 17 times.
That must be a record for an hour and a half.
Probably. But you can't get a record for failing.
No, just keep on. You just fail and get up and try again, right?
Yeah. So the slogan for these 2 guys is a little kindness, big smiles, better world. 1 week, the men spent time handing out homemade cookies as well as coffees and Timbits.
Timbits? What are Timbits?
I don't know.
Oh, right, okay.
One man said that was a really nice. Why he repeated that phrase, I do not know.
Okay, really nice, really nice.
After he got a free coffee and treats from the men while waiting for a ferry on Tuesday morning.
Oh, cool. So they just went round, didn't want to be named, and just did random acts of kindness.
And most of the time, the gestures are small and cost very little, but the men say a little kindness can go a long way, and sometimes it's the small gestures that can help make someone's day a little brighter.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Mm-hmm. So would you like to hear my story?
Yes.
My story comes from Sacramento, and it's about a homeless man who's living on the streets, and he's now homed, he's housed, he's got a home, after his Christmas wish was granted by 2 women who wanted to provide an act of kindness. A lady called Jodie Revac said, every day I would drive past him, hand him $1 here and a couple of quarters there, because it's in the States, and she saw him every single day. And a couple of days before this act of kindness, she was driving up, rolled down her window, and asked the homeless man, if you could get anything for Christmas, what would it be? And he just said, I would want to get home and see my sister. And Revac said, yeah, I can help you with that. And he just started crying because nobody had shown him that level of compassion. So Revac and her friend Stephanie Rice launched a plan to provide Alan Duffney, the guy who was homeless, with his Christmas wish. They bought him a ticket to travel by bus the next day from Sacramento to his sister's home in Tennessee. Revac said there was something about him that I just connected with, and she wanted to give back. So she bought the ticket to go and see his sister for Christmas, and obviously his sister now, has put him up. So what do you think of that?
I think that's something that really kind, like, most people when they walk past a homeless person, they just ignore them, which I think is quite sad. Okay. Because we were walking in London the other day, and I said it to you, we walked past, 6 homeless people in, span of 5 minutes, and it just made me really sad that everyone was just ignoring them. You know
what? I think recently, we've spoken about this before, but I think recently I've noticed how many homeless people live in London, where before you still sort of get acclimatised to not seeing people. And the thing that sort of struck me, especially recently, is all of those people would not rather be somewhere else. Do you know what I mean? They'd rather be. And what's gone sort of severely wrong with their lives to put them in that position, and how can you help? And I think small acts of kindness by saying, look, I'm going to buy you a bus ticket to go and see your sister who might be able to provide you with support is an awesome thing to do.
At school the other day, we had some guessing, and they were police officers, and they were saying that sometimes what homeless people do is, come winter time, they commit like petty crimes
to get locked up.
Because at least then they get warm shelter, feds.
Yeah.
And I think that's just
certainly this time of the year is the time of the year you don't want to be out in the streets because it's freezing cold. Potentially, it's dangerous. So the fact that those two women helped that guy in that way is an awesome kindness story that I love. Okay, well that's it for Kindness News this week.